Welcome to Raw Review Recap. Throwing our 2 cents into the ring, letting you know what we thought, what happened, and just giving our usual, what the fuck? Our usual bullshit, antics, whatever you want to call this. Clusterfuck, we are.
Do we have camera?
Yes, we are fine. You know how slow Twitch is sometimes, it's fine. Anyway, I am Tofari.
I'm CK.
And I'm Knight Rider.
And we're going to jump straight into it after he shuts his volume off, so we're not having feedback.
Let me explain this to you.
No, anyway. We're jumping straight.
After that issue we've never had another issue after that. But here's the thing. We check it every single time because you know what's going to happen. The one time we don't check it and make sure it's working is the time it's not going to work.
I think that's just an excuse for you being crap at your job. Anyway.
Hey, what is crap about me being at my job?
Anyway, jumping straight into it.
That's what I thought.
Seth Rollins, Paul Heyman, Braun Breaker, Bronson Reed, they all come down to the ring. And if I remember correctly, Seth has the mic in his hand. And Braun comes up, grabs it from him, and Seth looks so confused. He's like, wait, because he's talking to Bronson, he's talking to Paul, I'm like, what the fuck is he doing? This was not part of the plan. And Braun is just sitting there, like, hanging over the ropes. He says, I am standing here in this ring because Seth Rollins and the wise man, Paul Heyman, have a vision for this business that has me, the face of the WWE, for the next 2 decades. I also have a vision of my own for WWE, and that is a WWE without Sami Zayn. I do not like Sami Zayn. I don't like his ugly face. I don't like his stupid beard. I don't like his music. I don't like that you people sing it every time he comes out here. For the life of me, I will never understand why you guys cheer for someone who has the athletic ability. I don't know why this is so funny. Someone who has the athletic ability of a dead fish. Someone that's never played sports, someone that never goes to the gym, someone that's hanging on to anything for dear life to get 5 more years so he can squeeze that little bit of water out of the rag. Sami Zayn has an expiration date, and I'm going to put a stamp on it tonight. I promise you. Sammy, I promise. If you come walking down this ramp, I'm going to maul your head off, and you're going to be looking at the lights by the end of it.
Oh, yeah, he does speak. I was wondering if Seth Rollins ever got a word in, and I do remember it now. He's like, are you good?
My backup brother's gotta be there.
No, I don't think Breaker was good. He was having a breakdown in the middle of the ring. It was honestly kind of refreshing.
I don't remember him saying Breaker. I remember him like...
He's like, you good, Breaker?
Did he say Breaker?
I don't know. That's what the thing says.
Because I remember him just being like, you good?
I don't know.
It was that moment, he had a genuine concern look on his face. Like he was worried about his guard dog there for a minute. And then Bronson Reed grabs the mic.
And he says, simmer down, people. Braun is a tough act to follow, but so am I. I am the man that hit Seth with 6 tsunamis, hurting him so badly that it built the respect out of you and I. So much so that Seth Rollins brought me into this group. Brought me into his vision. Oh god, I lost my spot.
And with that vision,
I will get the respect that I deserve. And Jey Uso, yeet man, you don't respect me. So, tonight, I will tsunami the respect into you, just like I did Seth frickin' Rollins.
And then Seth is like, it's all yours, Paul.
Yep.
I guess Paul was originally supposed to talk for Seth.
For the group, I don't know.
And the other two just kind of went, and I know it wasn't off the rails, but it sure looked like Seth the whole time was like...
He's just like... Because the entire time, he was looking over at Paul, he was looking over at... Like, whoever was stalking, he was talking to the other two, and he was like, the fuck are they doing right now? It was beautiful.
Seth genuinely looked like I'm out.
Yeah.
I ain't got a clue what's going on here, guys. I don't know nothing.
But Paul comes in, he says, "Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Paul Heyman. Tonight, the Empire strikes back." You know what? Scratch that. Pull that up on YouTube later. That's a blooper. The Empire tonight strikes first. First on our list, Sami Zayn. And I'm not going to try to follow that promo. If Sami hasn't hightailed it all the way back to Montreal by now, Sami, it's your ass, not mine. Tonight, Bronson Reed versus Jey Uso. I have love for my former Bloodline member, Jey Uso. Excuse me. But let's be honest here. Roman Reigns doesn't have the balls to come back and step up to us. The OTC is MIA, and after tonight, Jey Uso will be MIA, all thanks to the master of the tsunami, Bronson Reed. And now here's the big news. In case you haven't heard, tonight, Seth frickin' Rollins, the biggest box office attraction in this industry, the man that pinned Roman Reigns in the main event of WrestleMania, and it's not the first time he's done that either. Seth Rollins will don the tights tonight against Penta. Hey, my amigo, you may be a luchador, but you're not. Oh, he starts speaking in Spanish. I assume this is the English translation.
This is the English translation of his Spanish, yeah.
He says, hey, my amigo, you may be a luchador, but you're not going to do anything. Now, I'm neither young enough or hip enough, nor bad enough or bougie enough to understand these stupid frickin' hand signals that Penta does. But by the time he gets stomped into the mat tonight...
I'm sorry. Not a spoiler there for later, but it was absolutely beautiful.
But by the time... but by the time he stops... Bleh. But by the time he gets stomped into the mat tonight, Penta will be in no shape to do these hand signals ever again. And that's not a prediction, that's a spoiler.
And then Seth finally gets the mic for all of half a minute.
If that.
Well, boys, you covered everything. So I guess there's only one thing left to say. Providence, welcome to Monday Night Rollins.
And the crowd the crowd finishes Rollins for him.
Of course, they always do. But anyway, oh my God, this was a train wreck. But anyway, I want to get to break this down for a sec first. I don't know. I absolutely love the 3 up, 3 down. But like I said, we'll get to that later. But they all do this. Seth and Paul look completely confused.
It was beautiful, honestly.
I
was not expecting any of this, and it was gorgeous. It was a breath of fresh air. It was the same shit, and yet somehow it felt new.
But like I said, it was really great because, like I said, Seth and Paul.
Exactly. It was great.
You couldn't hear anything they said. You kind of read what they were saying. It's like, what's going on? And Paul's like,
I didn't plan anything.
I didn't have a clue, man.
The Oracle did not see this future coming.
Yeah, and I think they bring that up later. He's no longer the wise man. He's the Oracle. Which I have, like I said, I have a real issue with. Because that means he's doing drugs. Because technically the oracles were like
sniffing sulfur.
The sulfur from the gases of the world. Because they were like on cracks, like volcanic cracks.
Honestly, that makes sense considering, the shit that they came up with in ancient times, like Egyptian lore and like Norse lore. That makes a lot of sense, actually.
With look it up. I watched there's an episode. I'll have to look it up. And anybody watching this, you might know exactly what I'm talking about. Way off subject here for a sec, but you're talking about the Oracle things. I believe Destination Truth, Josh Gates, did a whole thing about like Oracle locations, like around like ancient Greece.
Yeah.
And a lot of them were built on like sulfuric vents.
Yeah.
Or like gases and stuff that were coming out of the earth. Because I mean, although we are not a gas giant, there is still a lot of
gas,
highly toxic shit bubbling in the core of the earth.
Absolutely.
There is not a hollow earth. If there is Bigfoot, or not Bigfoot, Godzilla and Kong do not exist there,
That'd be, actually, I was going to say that would be awesome, but it wouldn't be. Living in that world is terrible.
But, or in, what was it, Ice Age? They went to the Hollow Earth. Isn't that where they found the little...
Was that the Hollow Earth, or was that just like... I don't think it was meant to be the Hollow Earth. I think it was just meant to be like underground. Like a gigantic... I don't fucking know.
Well, I know that's like where... Because if you look at the Hollow Earth stuff, a lot of... Yeah. The Hollow Earth supposedly where the dinosaurs still exist. It's a whole big thing. But anyway, this, again, back on track. We get to the Judgment Day segment, and this was gorgeous. This again, you can just see
Finn Balor is sitting down,
ear to
and
ear.
he has all of the title belts. The woman tag team, like shining them, like he's basically like what's his fucking name? The little gremlin guy in Lord of the Rings, like my precious, my precious. It's
Gollum.
Yeah, that's his name. But Raquel comes in and she finds like this candlelit, almost like altar kind of thing to Liv Morgan. And she's like, guys, the fuck is this? She's still alive. What are you doing? Like she's rehabbing. She's back anytime now.
And then Finn's like, well, she's gonna be gone a while, and she reiterates again. She's training.
Like every day.
Yeah, she's rehabbing every day. And Finn's like, I did the same thing, and I was out for almost a year, and blah, 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 blah.
8 months, yada, yada, yada.
And so she's not coming back anytime soon. We need to prepare for that.
It was a shit show. But,
and then Raquel...
Yeah, he says, I think it's a nice picture, and Raquel is like, a good picture would be them retaining their WWE Women's Tag Team titles at Evolution. And for a certain, how does she say it? Conchita? Talking about Roxanne. If she would go out and do what she said she was going to do and defeat Kairi Sane tonight. And then they go on, and she's like, I'll do just that. So they go off to prepare for her match. And then Finn's like, I haven't heard a thing from Adam Pearce, and JD's like, well, his office is right down the hall. Why don't we go and see what's rattling around in that bald skull of his, or however he words it? Yeah, and then Dom was like, hey, thanks for the cake. And Finn's like, we didn't send that. Yeah, and then he goes over and he's like, get well soon from AJ. And he turns around, and AJ Styles is behind, like, kind of, and he just goes... And Dom immediately is like, I have a doctor's note, AJ. You can't touch me. I have a doctor. Where the fuck did he go? Yeah, because AJ is gone. Like, there's no trace of AJ, nothing. Like, whatever he was thinking behind, it's just, he's just gone. It was beautiful. It was great. So, you know what the sad thing is? Not the sad thing is, but like the interesting thing. See, I don't remember. They must have done that during... That must have been during the commercial. That must have been during a commercial, because we did not get that. No. But apparently, but before we get to that, maybe this is going to sound weird. Maybe I'm going to sound like an absolute crackhead. But part of me really, really wants Dom to beat AJ Styles. And I'm not talking about with the help of Finn Balor or JD McDonagh. I'm talking, I want him to beat AJ Styles. Here's the thing. I understand that. But I think what will be even... But I guess... Actually, I'm going to take that back. I say I want him to beat him because I want Dominic to feel like a legitimate wrestler. But... we have gone over and over again the whole redemption. Yeah, falling from grace with the Judgment Day, hitting rock bottom, having to go back to his dad, maybe not even getting accepted at first, and having to work his way back to, like you said, redemption. And then, in a year or two from now, facing Rey Mysterio, mask versus mask type thing, defeating Rey.
Or career versus mask, whatever.
Yeah, well, however it goes. Defeating Rey Mysterio in his final match, earning his mask, and then going on to become Prince.
Prince Mysterio.
Yeah.
Is the rumor.
But we aren't getting that for a long time. So for now, I think he's just going to get his ass whooped. But
supposedly, I guess it happened during commercial, which we did I did want to bring it up, but I didn't actually I try not to read this because I kind of want to know our responses to what is going on.
Yeah, so like I said, we didn't get this in the U.S., at least where we are watching. But apparently, Sol Ruca and Zarya will be representing NXT in the WWE Women's Tag Team Championship Fatal 4-Way match.
Because they said we'll find out tonight, a.k.a. Tuesday, on who is representing. Which I'm all for that.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
And I'm going to say this. I want... How to say this and not sound completely just giving up. I don't think Raquel and Roxanne need to retain. And as the other three teams stand, which we'll find out the third team later, because obviously we just found this one out, but we found out the third one technically on Raw.
Yeah.
So we'll just say we already know who it is, and if you watched it, we're not going to give the spoiler away until it's already there. But any of those three, I would love to see get it.
Yeah.
Even Charlotte and the lady who shall not be named, Miss Bliss.
You know what?
Although, I think that would be the most interesting story.
This is true. I also think Zarya and Sol Ruca could be very interesting.
I feel like...
Hey, let's turn off speaker.
Yeah, that's probably been buzzing the whole time. Alexa, turn off speaker.
Okay.
Here's my thing. I don't want it to happen, but I see this being the straw.
Yeah, I can see that.
I don't want it to happen. I want to make that crystal clear. I do not want that to happen. I think they are great being the polar opposite best friends.
I agree.
You got the muscle powerhouse and that's all about, being big and powerful and macho and cool, and
then you have Sol Ruca
who's just like, let's just do it.
Yeah, let's just have fun, Like I love
that's what I was gonna say. The little skits that they were doing
them like going skating and whatnot, and like the ice cream thing.
And then when it was like Zarya's turn, it was like workout in the gym and all this stuff, and so like,
yeah, I'm dead. I'm dying here. Help me.
So,
but yeah,
those were great. But I want to bring that up. But then this was a good match.
I'm gonna say this: every match we got tonight was fucking great, except one. But we'll get to that.
Even the main event, like you said, was probably the best.
The main event was phenomenal, and I'm so glad it was.
But here's the thing. This has been so long coming, and I'm glad that we get to say that so far out of probably since Mania, I'm going to say probably the best Raw we've had.
I was just about to say that. I genuinely do think this has probably been the best Raw we've had since Mania. If not even from before Mania.
Well, okay, let's go as far back as January 6th, whatever it was.
Oh, God, that was awful.
This is the best Netflix Raw we've had.
I think so. I 100% agree with. Because ever since we've gone to Netflix, the first one was awful. After that, it started to pick up some steam.
I think the first one being awful was it wasn't that I think they were trying to be awful.
No,
I think they were trying to be.
I think they were shoving way too much shit
Yes.
down our throat.
And I
But-
think they were like, "Oh, look at all this stuff from all the legacy of the past, and now we're bringing it all here, and we have,
Yeah,
hundreds of people who are like old school wrestlers backstage and in the crowd, and famous people in the crowd." It was just like
it was. I just want to see a
brain overload.
Yeah, it was terrible. But I think after that, it started to pick up until after what was it? Right
Mania?
before Mania. No, the pay per view right before Mania.
From
Elimination.
Elimination Chamber.
Yes. After Elimination Chamber. Whee! Until we finally hit WrestleMania, and it went kaboom! And then from there, it's been just sort of scraping along the bottom of the ground. Every now and again, it was.
No, it wasn't even scraping on the ground. It was like digging a trench.
Yeah. And every now and again, it would like hit a rock and have to go up a hill, be a little bit better. But I think this is finally where it's gone. You know what? We're tired of digging through the mud. We're gonna pick ourselves up, dust ourselves off, and start climbing that hill again. I think this was a phenomenal.
You want to know what? Yeah, that.
Yes.
100%. What I think was the
Anywho.
big difference with this is the fact that honestly, majority of these matches were new.
Yes, that too.
I mean, there might have been some that were the same, but they've been a while.
Yeah, we haven't gotten.
It hasn't been the rehash of Jay versus Gunther for the 8th week in a row. Seth versus LA Knight for the 8th week in a row.
Chelsea versus
Zelina Vega
Yeah.
or
for the 15th week in a row.
or Michin. And it's like, I'm awake.
No, it's more like, please just end it. Anyway,
But this was good. And like I said, I absolutely I'm gonna say this. I like Roxanne. I think she is definitely at least in the top 10, if not top 5.
oh yeah, she's phenomenal.
She's little, she's feisty. Her prodigy persona, the heel thing,
It was great.
great.
This match, Roxanne versus
And Kyrie is a superstar.
absolutely the Pirate Princess, beautiful.
And that's another thing too. I am so sad and glad at the same time. Your mom was so mad when she dropped the Pirate Princess
Yeah, I know.
and just became Kyrie Sane. She's like, I want my Pirate Princess.
Well, you got it.
And now that she's gone, unfortunately, Kyrie came back with the Pirate Princess. Your mom had been tickled pink.
Oh yeah,
Oh heck,
She'd have been screaming at the minute they announced when I think it was last week when she's like, "I'm Kyrie saying I am the Pirate Princess." Your mom had been like, "Yes!"
you know she would have already had to buy a shirt.
Oh, I have it somewhere. The Pirate Princess.
I still love how she fucking pulled this the spyglass on the eye. She has the eye patch on.
Okay.
It makes no sense, but that's part of what makes it so funny. Anyway,
But this was really, really, really good.
so
It was very back and forth. It was, I mean, they were both getting their fair shots.
of course Raquel tries to get involved. Where is it? Yeah, that's right. She hits the Alabama Slam. She's going for the insane elbow, but Rodriguez pulls Perez out of the ring. But then Kyrie wipes her out with a flying cross body. Roxanne obviously takes advantage. She gets her with a spinning back kick. Then Sane denies the pop rocks. She connects with the backslide to pick up the victory. But of course,
then they both get in and start beating the living hell out of her.
yeah, and they're about to put her out of commission until Asuka shows up.
And I said that as soon as her music hit, I was like, it's Asuka. And what did I say after that? What did I say after that?
Yep.
Kabuki Warriors, baby.
Yep. And they are coming back.
The Kabuki Warriors are back. And we get to that.
Hell's gonna get
almost, if I remember right, very shortly after that.
Yeah, because she comes down there. She's actually getting beat up, but then Sane gets back up. They manage to fight Raquel and Roxanne off.
And I'm going to call this now. I said this last night. Just so it is on record. So if you go back and look, your boy CK called it. Saraya, Paige, whatever, is full of shit. And the reason I say she's full of shit is because if we had the Kabuki Warriors coming back, Paige was the original manager of the Kabuki Warriors. She was the one that put them together. And if they're doing something at Evolution, I promise you, Paige is going to come down with them.
Yep.
Or at least have some backstage segment with them.
Yep. I bet you 10-1.
Fair enough.
And I called that last night. And I want to make sure that is on record that I called that. And if I'm wrong, fine. I was wrong. But I'm almost 99.999999 Infinity 9s sure I'm right. And I know Infinity 9s technically have to be 100, but you understand the point I'm trying
No, it's just called a repeating number.
You know what I mean.
It's not. I'm just saying. That's not how math works.
It is how math works to me.
It's not. You can have 9.9999999 repeating infinitely. It's still not 100.
Well, that's where I'm at then.
Right.
I mean, I believe there's that point one.
Yeah. That infinitely small chance, and then it comes to B. And I'm going to go, ha. I don't care, actually. But anyway.
I do believe that is how it's going to. Either that or she's going to come down at the end. She's going to be involved with that part of it somewhere, some way, somehow. Whether she interferes in their match to hurt them, benefit them, whether she congratulates them backstage after it, whether she walks out with them, whether she's talking to them before it, Paige is going to be there around
that time.
That group.
Okay.
Yep.
That is my belief.
But then we go backstage where Jackie Redmond is having an interview with Sami Zayn. She's like, how are you managing everything that's going on over the last few weeks? And he's like, I'm not. I have too much on my plate right now. I would love to focus on my injured ribs. I would love to pay more attention to Karrion Kross, who's probably lurking somewhere around here, but I can't afford to, because tonight I face Braun Breaker. And I don't care if he likes me or not, if he thinks my beard is stupid, if he hates my music. But I have to pay attention to him, because in that ring, he's one of the most dangerous superstars in the company. I'll deal with Karrion Kross another time. And then, right as Sammy walks away, Scarlett shows up. And she's just standing there, and Jackie's like, do you have something to say? And she's like, no, and walks away.
I have nothing to say. And she is, I have nothing to say, and just walks away. So, and again, I absolutely, and I have said this so many times, Scarlett and Kross, they are diabolical, beautiful, every great thing you want to see in a heel, I guess, character.
Mm-hmm.
They make it all to where you're. I know this sounds horrible, but you want to cheer for Kross.
No,
he could go against frickin' Cody Rhodes, and I'm saying that because Cody Rhodes is like top tier baby face right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you'd want to cheer for Cross.
I agree.
And that's a good heel.
Mm-hmm.
When you're like, you know what, I love you, Randy, or I love you, Cody, or I love you, John, or but Cross is just that much cooler. And I think, to me, that's where Cross is at. Cross is that one guy that is the absolute perfection of heel. And Orton can be there. Orton is a great heel. You want to cheer for Orton when he's a heel. And I think Cross took that ball and he ran with it.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Orton is great at it, but Cross is just that much better at it. I think.
Fair enough. But
Oh my God, this was great too. I love this too. I forgot. I'm reading this. I just forgot. I didn't forget, but I forgot how much little nuggets of info and news story developments that we got in
American Made is backstage, and they're flabbergasted.
Here's the thing. What was so funny is she? Who was it? Was it Jackie?
Yes.
I think it was Jackie talking to them, and she's like, "So, what do you guys think about the El Grande or Grande Americano has a match tonight?" And they're all like, "What?" And I think it's Julius, the younger of the brothers.
No, it's Brutus.
Is it Brutus?
That nearly.
And he's like, "But Chad Gable's hurt," and they're like,
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
and it was just this whole like beautiful, and then they're like, we have to.
Yeah, Ivy's like, Chad will not be happy about this.
We have to go. They just like kind of.
But before she does, Pierce tells Ivy that she will be participating in the Battle Royal at Evolution. Also, the Kabuki Warriors will be representing Raw in the Fatal 4-Way match at Evolution.
But yeah, they were all like, just had this look of like, wait, El Grande Americano is here?
Mm-hmm.
Wait, no, that's not.
No, he's
right.
here. Well, he came into my office and everything.
And Pierce is like, is there something I should know? They're like, nope. 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 And that was that. They're like, we gotta go.
Did I miss this part? The Nikki Bella?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, you did.
Did she come out to the ring, or is this
no?
Okay. Then she has a promo on the Titantron, like a little video package. Says, "So it's been a few weeks since I've been back, and wow, have things changed? You know, I came back to talk about something very important to me, Evolution. But what I didn't expect was to get into an altercation with Liv Morgan. I came back to pay my respect to the women of today, but instead, Liv wants to question my womanhood, my legacy, and then she attacked me. You know, I didn't realize it at the time, but that lit a fire inside of me. So while I had some time to think, more than ever, do I want to return to that ring? I want one more moment to prove myself. I want one more moment to prove to the fans, to my Bella army, of what I can do. I want one more moment to show my son what the WWE Universe has seen. And what better way to do that than to enter the Battle Royal in Atlanta for Evolution. Now look, I know it won't be easy. I will be facing some of the best women in all of WWE. But you don't know me. I will do whatever it takes to win. I want to have that match in Class in Paris. I want that title opportunity. And I want to prove that you don't fear the challenge that get put in front of you, that you don't run from your past, you face it, you learn from it, and you build a future that no one can ever take away from you. The first Evolution was a history-making event, so why can't I make history now? This Sunday night, not only will I make history again, I will prove to everyone why Nikki Bella is fearless.
That's always been like the little slogan.
Yeah.
That she's fearless. I didn't know if you knew. But
I've-
I want to take this one, at least the beginning of this.
Oh,
This is my boy.
go.
But Karrion Kross, or Sammy's coming down the ring, his music's all up,
Yeah.
and he's doing his little walk to the ring, hitting the fan, his whole little fan thing. And as soon as he gets like just about halfway to 3/4, Cross runs down and just boom right in his ribs.
Yeah, with that lead pipe again.
With that lead pipe again, yeah. Just it starts just pounding on him.
Yeah, Sammy falls to the ground, and security, Adam Pearce, comes out. They all usher him away into the back, and we cut to commercial break. When we come back, Sammy's in the ring,
and they're talking to him. They're like, "You can't do this."
And he's like, "No, I'm fighting." The dumbest fucking decision he's ever goddamn made. The absolute. I
have to do this.
You have to get your ass.
Like, no.
You have to get your ass whooped.
And Pierce is like, "No, you need to go get medical attention." And
look. Here's the thing.
I love Sammy for that, but yet I agree.
Here's the thing. I love the fearless character, the indomitable human spirit, standing and fighting even when there's no hope. However, there's a difference between fighting and standing when there's no hope and fighting against the odds and all that, and just being plain fucking stupid. Because when you're like the one versus the army, you're trying to hold back the gates of Sauron or whatever random bullshit. There's no other option. Guess what, Sammy? There was an option. There was an option to go home, to rest up, and then come and face Braun Breaker at a later date. But instead, yo dumbass went out and you got your ribs shattered, obliterated, turned into a fucking fine paste. A powder, even. He's gonna take your ribs and sprinkle them on his steak dinner tonight.
Is that what we're calling it? And the thing is, this match is literally one paragraph.
Yeah.
This was just, again, like what you just said. Sammy literally just got. He might have got a few good licks in.
Yeah, he got a few good licks in until he got speared in half.
The Breaker was just breaking him.
Yeah.
Literally.
I mean, he was already broken. He just got broken even more.
And what was that? The dumbest shit ever?
Yes, because like I said, my favorite type of character in anything ever is the guy who's gonna stand there like, I didn't hear no bell. That is my favorite kind of character in anything ever. The ones that's gonna stand there and take the beating and keep getting back up. But guess what, Sammy? You can't always get back up. And now,
when it's time for you to lay on the floor, lay on the floor.
Exactly.
When it's time for you to go, ooh, birdies.
There's a difference between like standing up against a monster to make sure everyone else can flee the village or whatever, and just grabbing your sword and going. That's basically what he did tonight. Pretty much. Mm-hmm. And he did it for no reason too. Absolutely none. But anyway,
I love this part too. Breaker won, but this was. I don't even know how to put that. When I saw it,
we cut backstage, and it's
New Day is all in black.
Yeah, like with the veils. And Adam Pearce walks up to him and he's like, "What the fuck are you doing?" And they're like, "We're in mourning after losing our world tag team titles last week." And Kofi tells Adam Pearce, "You're responsible for the Judgment Day ruining the tag team division, and they want to know when they're getting the rematch." And then the War Raiders come in. They're poking fun at the New Day, reminding them that they don't get automatic rematches. And then
they're like, when we wanted a rematch, you told us we had to earn it and go to the back of the line and all this stuff. So now we're the line, and you were at the back, type thing, and it was like,
fair enough. And then Becky Lynch walks by, and she's like, you have all my regards. And, she's like, Pierce, you're full of horrible ideas. Oh, and by the way, I knew we agreed on one thing. Getting rid of Big E. I hated that guy. He was awful. And then she walks out to the ring, because, of course, you just gotta stroke that heat even further. So she comes out to the ring. She says, can someone please explain to me how two losers, two people who just lost last week to each other, have a title match against me? A triple threat in Evolution where, statistically, I am at a disadvantage? Can someone please explain how that works? Look, I get it. From Pierce's perspective, I'm the greatest female wrestler who ever lived. And it's not just me saying that. Other people say that. Sports Illustrated says that. Multiple times women's champion, main event of WrestleMania, New York Times best-selling author.
So is everybody else.
Yeah, that'll never not be funny to me. Anyway. I'm in all these shows, movies, I'm hot. I get it. From his perspective, you need me on Evolution. But I beat Bayley. I beat Lyra. Neither of them deserves an opportunity. I deserve to pick my own opponent. Io got to pick her own opponent. Tiffany got to pick her own opponent. Hey, I pick this woman right here, and I'll beat you in a second. So, what I think, I think what's happening is that it's all a show. It's all a ruse. Bayley and Lyra, they're in cahoots. They're working together because they know that's the only way they're getting this title off me. Both of them last week pinned each other. Do you know how statistically rare that is to happen in wrestling?
Okay, and this part gets really interesting. Because Bayley music hits. And she gets about halfway down, almost, probably even more than that. She probably gets
to the ring.
To the ring, but not the ring, but the ring area.
Yeah.
And Lyra's music hits.
Yeah.
And she's like a freight train. She's not running, but she's walking.
Yeah, she's speed walking.
She's speed walking. And they both have microphones.
Yeah.
Lyra
shoulder checks Bayley. She's like, what are you talking about? What are you actually saying? Congratulations, Becky. You completed your transformation into complete raving lunatic. Oh my god, my title is wrapped around the waist of a bucket full of crazy, and I think it's time I take it back.
And Bayley finally, gets in the ring, and she's like, are you kidding me? The way I see that, I should be standing here as the Intercontinental Champion if it wasn't for you 2 weeks ago looking at Lyra.
Oh, she's speaking to me. She's really speaking to me. Lucky me. What a treat. I'm sorry. I'm just having a bit of trouble keeping up.
All right, Lyra. We get it. All right. Get over it. I didn't get back to you after WrestleMania. Let it go. Okay? If WrestleMania taught me anything, is that I don't need partners. And I'm damn sure don't need any more friends. What I do need is that championship right here.
And Becky breaks and she's like, oh, Bayley, listen to you. After 13 years of failed friendships and grimy hugs, another one bites the dust. Well, it's good to see you not trying so hard anymore because, yeah, she really dropped you like a hot potato at WrestleMania.
And then Lyra chimes back in.
She's like, no, it's time we set the record straight on this. And I have to tell you what I never told you. Everyone thinks that I called Becky and brought her back at WrestleMania. I didn't. Becky secretly attacked you, and then Becky called me.
And then Becky Lynch is like, what? There wasn't much hesitation in your voice, was there? But I remember this one thing that you said. You said that Bayley is everything that I'm pretending to be. And that Bayley would never betray you the way that I did. How is that working out for you? Because it seems like there's not pretending anymore, is there? Hey, to say, I told you so?
And Lyra says, "Shut up, Becky. You can't get in my head anymore." But she was right about one thing. How nice is it for... Oh, excuse me.
Better?
Yeah. How nice is it for you to finally admit that you don't care about friendship when it comes to championship goals, right? You know what that makes you? That makes you just like her. And I know what I have to do now. Sunday at Evolution, I have to rescue that championship from two massive disappointments.
And then Bailey chimes in, and she's like, you know what, Lyra? I sat front row when you were the first ever Women's Intercontinental Champion. When you won the championship for the first time, I sat right there. And when we had that tag team tournament to get to WrestleMania, I stood on that apron and I watched the work that you put in, and I watched you rise to the top, and I watched you go to WrestleMania and become a double champion, and then I watched you lose the Intercontinental Champion, and you raised her hand like a little bitch.
I love that. Honestly, that was great. Because you know what? I get the whole thing of, like, keeping your word and whatnot, but also she fucking cheated. Fuck the word. That's just me, though. Like, yeah, I gave you my word that if you beat me cleanly, then I'd raise your hand. But you grabbed a handful of tights, nah, I'm kicking your shit in. That's just me, though. Maybe I'm the special one. But as soon as she says that, Lyra's like, how fucking dare you? And she goes to take a swing. Bailey ducks underneath. She ends up clocking Becky. But the interesting thing is, and maybe I'm reading way too much into this, she looked shocked and almost horrified at it. That she'd hit Becky instead of Bailey. And maybe I'm reading too much into it. But that's the face I saw, like shock and disbelief and I don't know.
You think they're working together?
I don't think so. It was just the gears started turning a little bit, and they don't often do that. So I don't think any of them.
That's usually never a good thing.
I don't think any of them were working together. I think they all fucking hit each other's guts. But it was just an interesting.
And then we get a video recap of the Sheamus Rusev from last week, which wasn't bad. Yeah. I mean, at least it wasn't the same bullshit that was John Cena, Cody Rhodes.
God, I'm so glad it wasn't. I'm so glad they weren't here. So then we cut backstage. Seth Rollins is talking to Braun Breaker, telling him how proud he is of him. And, he's like, you shouldn't worry. Because Braun Breaker's like, what are we going to do about Karrion Kross? Seth's like, what are you talking about? And Braun's like, well, he came out there, he attacked Sammy before the match, and now everyone's going to think that I couldn't take him on my own. And Seth tells him, don't worry about Karrion Kross. Karrion Kross is off in the shadows, dancing around, doing whatever he's going to do. What's important is that you dealt with Sami Zayn. And then Paul Heyman comes in, and he looks horrified. He looks utterly shocked, bewildered, flabbergasted, schmeckledorfed even. And Seth's like, what's wrong, Paul? What happened? And Paul Heyman says, well, I've just been informed that Sami Zayn is out of action indefinitely. And they all start going crazy, hoop and holler and having a good time. But then Seth gets up and he points to Bronson. He's like, what are you laughing at? Last I checked, Jey Uso was in perfectly fine health. Bronson says he won't be after tonight, thanks to me. So then we go on to Jey Uso versus Bronson Reed with Paul Heyman at ringside. And this match was so fucking bad. And I say this match was so bad because Bronson Reed looked like a bitch. And he looked like a fucking joke. And you can't tell me I'm wrong.
No.
Jey Uso was out here whooping this man's ass. A man who is 2 to 3 times his size. And I realize that he's been going against Gunther and all this. However, Gunther and Bronson Reed are 2 completely different beasts. Yes, Gunther is powerful, but he is far more of a technical wizard in that ring. Bronson Reed is just a powerhouse. He's going to run through you and run you off the road. And Jey Uso made him look like a little bitch. And I hate it.
I mean,
Considering
there was the time that I just watched you cringe. What did Jay do? He like kicked him.
he super kicked him, just a completely regular super kick, mind you. And Bronson Reed went ugh and tumbled out of the ring. Or when he does the flying suicide dive outside of the ring, hits Bronson Reed, and you can literally see Jey Uso bounce off of him, but then Bronson goes ugh and falls over the announce desk.
And poor Tafari here was just like,
I'm not even a big Bronson Reed fan. I want to make this perfectly clear. I'm not a fan of Bronson Reed. I don't dislike him. I don't like him. I think he's a powerhouse in the ring, and he should be treated like a powerhouse in the ring. We just saw, and I'm not even talking this week. I'm talking 2-3 weeks ago, whatever it was, when a healthy Sami Zayn went against Braun Breaker and got speared the fuck in half. Braun Breaker is a dangerous son of a bitch, and he is treated like one in that ring. Bronson Reed is an arguably even more dangerous guy, or at least just as dangerous, and he gets treated like an overgrown fucking whoopee cushion. I don't know, something like that. Bad. It's bad. The only thing he's good at is the tsunami. And that's it. In the ring, he's shit, apparently. Because you can just run into him, and even though you bounce off, he apparently takes like double damage. I don't get it. I really don't. It makes zero sense to me.
and another thing that pissed you off.
Oh, right. How the match ended.
Was
because Jey Uso like kicks him into a chair or something, like one of the rolling chairs or whatever. And then, as he's going for the suicide dive, also I should mention that one super kick basically laid him on his ass outside. So there was that. But then as Jey Uso is running the ropes, preparing to do another suicide dive, Bronson Reed, the Auszilla, the guy who went toe-to-toe with Braun Strowman, put him through the Titantron, all this crazy shit. He decided to throw a chair at Jey Uso. Not a steel chair, but like the rolling chair that he got kicked into. Why? I don't fucking know. Because I guess he was too scared. He couldn't beat Jey Uso in a one-on-one fight, so he had to cheat. He had to get the surprise attack so he could hit him with 2 tsunamis. He literally talked about how he put Seth Rollins out of commission with 6 tsunamis. He literally said, "I'm going to tsunami the respect into you," and he hit him with 2. Where's the other fucking 4? Where's the other third of a dozen? In fact, you should have hit him with a dozen. But no, 2's fine. Because security came out there and was like, "Yeah, I'll back off. I did my job."
And there was even a moment I was like, nope, he's going to come back in. He just kind of looked and turned around.
And then we went back to commercial break.
And I was like,
we literally saw this man tsunami Seth Rollins 6 times. The entire ring was full of security. And he said, "Bitch, get out of my way or you're getting turned into a pancake too." But this time he was like, 2's good enough. It served the point. No, it didn't. You were trying. Guess what? Braun Breaker, to be fair, Sammy was already hurt. He got attacked by Karrion Kross. But still, Braun Breaker put Sami Zayn out of commission indefinitely, as the story goes anyway. So Jey Uso's to be back next week. What did this accomplish? Absolutely nothing. Except making Bronson Reed look like a bitch. And I hate that.
Yep.
But, moving on.
We get to LA Knight promo, and he's like, let me talk to you. My man, Seth Rollins.
I am streaming. I'll call you later. Love you, bro.
I'm talking to you, the visionary, Mr. Money in the Bank. You hold that case, you hold the power. But I'll tell you what, man. You got a whole lot of paying to do. You are in debt, my man. And it's really something that shouldn't belong to you. You are Mr. Money in the Bank. And you hold the case. It's yours to carry the burden. But there's the thing. The burden is going to be really heavy. And I'll tell you why. You tried to send your boys down there to do the damage. But let's think about it. 1 tsunami, 2 tsunami, 3 tsunami, and I was back in 1 week. Point proven. Here's how it goes down, my man. Your days are counting down. Slowly but surely. I can't take that Money in the Bank case off of you. That's okay. Which has happened before. They have had matches for the Money in the Bank case. But that's how Otis lost the Money in the Bank to Miz. But anyway.
I didn't know that. That's
irrelevant.
Stupid.
Because Miz says he didn't deserve to win the title.
The briefcase.
The briefcase, a.k.a. the title.
Yeah.
So he wanted to wrestle him for it, and Otis agreed to it, and it was...
That's horrendously stupid. But okay.
I can't take the Money in the Bank case off of you. That's okay. I'm not going to try. But what I am going to do is make sure that that case has a permanent party. Whether I stick it with up your keister or I attach it to your damn head, you can bet that after Saturday night's main event, you could be the one to hold. You could be the one to hold that case, but you will only know who runs this game, and you will be saying L.A. Knight. Yeah. And then I'm really getting tired of this one, but
we get a video package of Io and Rhea going like, "Oh, can Rhea finally beat her after they fought like 7 times or whatever?" Anyway, then we get to your favorite match of the night.
Okay, not my favorite match, and here's what. Okay,
El Grande Americano versus
let me
Dragon
straight. If you were occupied.
Yeah, washing my face.
But, this was so weird. And when I say that is because it was El Grande Americano's music, but he walked out like doing the gracias and all this, and he gets to the ring and he's like,
yeah. And then you say how he does like the wrist thing.
You know what I'm talking.
Yeah, I know what you're talking. I don't know how to describe it other than the wrist thing.
He like.
Yeah, whatever the fuck. Yeah. I don't even know what this is meant to be like as Ludwig Kaiser.
But he does all that. He's doing all the little like quirks that Ludwig does.
Yeah.
And it was just really, 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 really weird.
Yep.
To see Ludwig out there trying to be Chad Gable when they're like a foot difference between the two. And I love Corey. I love Corey Graves. I think he's a great announcer. But to hear him literally going, no, that's the same El Grande Americano. When Michael Cole is like, there's something different. The tattoo's not there.
He's like a foot taller.
Yeah. He's like, no, it's the same guy.
You know, people get tattoos removed all the time. Yeah. They also get, foot height extensions. Because that's a thing you can do.
It was just...
they just put you on one of those, like, old-fashioned torture racks that stretches out your limbs, and then you're, like, a foot taller.
It was just so quirky.
Yeah.
Is that the word I'm looking for?
Corny? I don't know.
It was... Okay. Like I said, I like Ludwig Kaiser. I mean, he is good for what he is. But he has his little quirks, okay? Like when he's into the ring, like walking to the ring, the arms behind his back, the tighten, like, I mean, I know he doesn't wear like a jacket, but he still does kind of this whole thing of like grabbing onto his nothing. And it was just, he was doing all this, and it was just like this moment of like, you're trying to be El Grande, but yet you're more like Ludwig Kaiser, and I know it is, Ludwig Kaiser pretending to be.
Yeah.
And you're making it like...
crystal clear, obviously.
Crystal clear. I mean, there was times in which he was speaking lines in Spanish, and you could hear the accent of Kaiser coming through.
Yeah, I think he's from Germany?
I think it might be.
Now I'm curious. I think it's...
I know it's somewhere around that area. I want to say Austria, but I think that's Gunther.
They might be from the same place.
Oh, yeah.
Germany, yeah. I thought so.
But you can really hear the accent.
Yeah, the German accent when he's speaking Spanish.
Even when he's speaking in Spanish, you can hear his tone.
Mm-hmm.
I know for somebody who might not understand that, but you can hear... Everybody has like a tone to their voice, and you might not always be able to make out what they say, or...
But you know who's saying it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And, I'll do that sometimes, like, if you guys are talking to me, and I'm in here or whatever. I might not hear what you say. I can hear the tone that you're saying, but I can't hear what you're saying. I'll be like, what?
Yeah.
But this...
Now I'm gonna ask you, considering I didn't see a majority of the match, aside from Ludwig Kaiser being whatever this was, how was the match itself?
It was okay. I couldn't get past the awkwardness of it. Let's just put it that way. Like, it was good in the fact that what I was watching, I was really distracted.
That's fair enough.
Okay, and when I say I'm distracted, you have to understand. Again, you're seeing El Grande Americano, a.k.a. Chad Gable, suddenly be transformed into El Grande Americano
Ludwig Kaiser.
And Chad Gable has his little quirks, which you kind of got used to, because that's kind of how everybody determined it was Chad Gable. But it almost feels like they should have, if they were going to try to... This feels like... It feels like it was almost not planned, and they just kind of had to throw something... Hold on.
You know what would be really, 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 really funny? That this just becomes a reoccurring gag. Like, next week it's somebody else. Like Otis. I don't know, Otis or something, because... El Grande Americano, or I don't know. I think that would be hilarious. It's just like a cycling, reoccurring gag. Like, one week we'll have, Braun Breaker come out there, or Seth Rollins. It'd be so funny.
They also mentioned, I think it was Cole, that the match was too small.
Yeah.
Ludwig Kaiser has a bigger head or something, however they worded it.
Yeah.
But it was just like, I cannot believe we're going down this road. Because like I said, it wasn't that it was unwatchable. It was a decent match. But it was just so quirky. Like, it wasn't even... It wasn't that it was bad, but it wasn't that it was great either, because you were sitting there more like...
What? Yeah.
Wait, okay. I've almost gotten used to accepting that Chad Gable is El Grande and all the little things that he does being two separate individual character, blah, 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 whatever. But you're sitting there and you're watching Ludwig Kaiser doing all of his little quirks, which are completely different than the little quirks that Chad Gable... Like I was going to say, it almost feels like it was...
Not planned.
Not planned. Like he didn't learn any of
the moves or whatever.
Because he was doing like Ludwig Kaiser's moves. He wasn't doing.
I feel like that was intentional. I feel like that had to be. Look at this to me.
It was quirky.
But he wins the match with a steel-plated.
Supposedly, which you never.
No,
really...
yes, you could literally see him put it in his mask.
I didn't see him put it in there.
Where they literally show the replay of him
he was
fixing
it.
I saw the plate go in there. He was like, but yeah, with the steel plate. Also, that's always his thing.
That was the one thing that they at least went. Oh, hey, let's use the steel plate.
But the steel plated headbutt, which I really think more was a chest butt, but whatever. But yeah, he wins the match. And then we go backstage with Braun Breaker and Paul Heyman talking to Penta, and Paul Heyman says, "As Seth Rollins' Oracle," and then he tries to insult him in Spanish. We don't know exactly. I don't know what he says.
Yeah,
but Penta is gets up in his face, yelling at him, whatever. Then Breaker shows up. And he tells Penta to watch his tone when he's talking to Heyman. And then Penta tells Braun that he has Cero Miedo.
And Breaker looks so confused. He's like 3 up, 3 down. Are we talking baseball here? It was.
It's so good.
And he was just like. And like I said, again, this was so perfect. Because he genuinely just had this most confused look on his face.
What the fuck is he talking about, man? This is the weird hand gestures and shit. I'm tired of it.
What is that, baseball? 3 up, 3 down? And it was great.
Oh, God. Shoot me now. Please, God. Please, God, end it. Just...
Here's the sum of it. Okay. We get another Gunther Goldberg.
Gunther comes down there, says Goldberg's a little bitch. Goldberg shows up in a fancy sports car because he's a big muscly man and he's fast and blah, blah, blah. He walks down to the ring and he's like, "Oh, you're next." And then he punches him in the face and that's it. Did I miss anything of importance?
Nope, I think you're pretty well done.
Yeah, that's what, yeah. It was just...
And then they run down the card from Saturday Main Event, which we will get to, and Evolution, which we will get to.
And then we get to the main event, which, like I said, was probably the best match of the night.
Yes.
Seth Rollins versus Penta. And as far as I remember, aside from the very end, there was no outside interference. There was no bullshit. This was, until the very end, a completely straight, fair fight between the two. And it was amazing.
Phenomenal.
And the thing is, another thing I want to point out is the only one that was down there was Paul.
Yeah, and he didn't get involved at all.
No.
I was so happy with this. So happy with this. Because, like I said, they are going back and forth, high-flying, chopping each other.
Trying to get Penta at couple points, tried to get sacrifice.
Couldn't get it.
Rollins rolled out. Mexican Destroyer, couldn't get it.
Well, he did. He got it at the very end
Yeah, but-
after. Yeah, because I think he's trying to go for the sacrifice. Seth slips out. Then he manages to pick him up, hit him with the buckle bomb. But Penta bounces off, and then uses the momentum to hit a Mexican destroyer. Seth kicks out, and then he's setting him up for the Penta driver. When Seth is like down here, and he goes up and headbutts Penta in the groin, basically. And Penta falls to his knees.
And that Seth is like,
It's like, what? I hit my fucking head. What do you want?
yeah. The ref is like, you did that on purpose. He's like,
Yeah.
and the second the ref turns,
He turns to Heyman and just just a shit-eating grin. Still nothing on Balor, but a good attempt.
and then just charges at him and curve stops.
Yeah, stomps his skull into the mat. He picks up the 3 count, and that's it. And then, if I remember correctly, he calls the boys down, but LA Knight shows up, hits him with the BFT,
blunt force trauma,
and then skedaddles the fuck out. You know what my thing is? LA Knight said, like, oh, I got your number, buddy. Does he really, though?
Yes.
Does he?
Yes.
Does he?
Yes.
Every single time he's attacked Seth Rollins, it's been a sneak attack.
Okay, but here's the thing, too. Are you going to attack him from face to face? Before you answer, just
I'm saying, my point being, he acts like, oh, I've got your number, buddy. When we fight it at Saturday Night Main Event, I got you. It's already on lock. Have these two ever gone one-on-one?
Don't think have to look that up. I'm not.
I don't. You know what? We're gonna find out right now. Actually, it's a great point.
Yeah, 100% sure.
Seth Rollins and LA Knight ever? I spelled that wrong. Gone one-on-one. Have wrestled one-on-one. They had their first match on July 7th, 2025. July 7th. What? That was last night. That's not right.
Yeah. So no.
Oh, this is AI overview. I was like, oh, yeah, no. So yeah, I don't think so. I don't think they've ever gone one-on-one against one another. So, my point stands. I don't think you have anybody's number. He might. I'm not going to say he's not going to beat him, but he out here like, oh, I got your number, buddy. No, you don't. No, you don't. You attacked him from behind twice, which is a completely fair strategy considering he has 2 big-ass, beefy boys acting as his guard dogs. But don't act like you got this on lock, because you don't. Because here's the thing. I've said it time and time again. As soon as you join any kind of faction, whether it's heel or face, all of your stats are automatically decreased by 50%.
We said this last night, and we're still running good for time. So I'm going to bring this up. We said this last night. It's like when you get to the boss at the end of the level or whatever, and then they become
a playable character, and it's like,
and
what the fuck
already
is this?
nerfed.
Yeah.
Like these, like I said, they're beating the hell out of you. Like one hit and you're like down a third of your health.
And then you get to play them as a character and they're doing like half of the damage you did regularly. It's like, what?
Yeah. It's like, wait.
That's not how that works.
This guy like just beat the hell out of me 10 minutes ago.
So.
And now I'm playing him and
I'm getting my ass whooped.
Yeah,
what's this?
How's that working?
But.
And y'all know, and I bring this up a lot when I talk about it. Dante's Inferno, great game. All the bosses were fantastic throughout the entire game until you get to the devil at the very end. And it was just like, they're like, you know what? We're out. We quit. And they went, we need to be able to beat him. Okay, here. That's how you beat him. And it was just, I spent days trying to beat some of these bosses, hours trying to beat some of these bosses, and I get to the devil and I do it like 2 times. It was like one learning of it, his mechanic type stuff, whatever, what I need to do in order to beat him. And then the next time I was like, oh, okay, I got it.
And then you got it.
And it was like, wait, that's it? Like, there's nothing else? Like,
no, that's it.
That's just it?
That's how it is joining a faction in WWE.
That's what it is. The devil was the leader of the faction. After all the bosses were like the group, and he was the one at the end. Like, I'm the boss, and they went,
okay, bonk.
Yeah, it was like, boop.
And he falls over. Yeah,
Like the
what
match, the Bronson Reed match. One super kick, and you're like, oh, God! You kicked
like genuinely, I want you to imagine.
I know, I do.
And I'm more talking to the fan. Imagine this in any other context. I want you to imagine a year ago, if Jey Uso, or even now, Jey Uso, he's gone up against Gunther, he's done this, he's done that, whatever. If Bronson Reed had come back, not as a part of Seth's group, as just the Auszilla, the big, like, the new, for lack of, I don't mean this to compare him to Braun Strowman, but the new Braun Strowman of WWE, the big, the big, beefy powerhouse that nobody can go through. And Jey Uso puts on this kind of show against him, everyone would be throwing a conniption fit. But because he's a part of Seth's group and all this shit,
his abilities are actually automatically nerfed in half, at least.
It's awful. But anyway, enough of us ranting and raving. We have some stuff to go over on Discord,
and it's really not that much today, because I didn't do as much work this morning as I should have. I kind of doing other.
Oh. According to several within the WWE, there's a strong contingency to get Corey Graves on main roster television weekly, regardless of who is or not available. While several understand the value that Pat McAfee brings to the company, many feel that Graves is way too good and way too passionate to not be on main roster television week in and week out. While several understand the value that McAfee, we can't confirm as of this moment if WWE has any interest in bringing back the old 3-man booths for TV or not. I say go for it. Have Corey up there, and then whenever Pat's available, if he feels like coming on, bring him on.
Yeah, I 100% agree.
The NXT Tag Team Championship is on the line. We haven't seen them since Stand and Deliver. We saw them once when they teamed up with Joe Hendry. And it's not even that they haven't wrestled, like Io Sky hasn't wrestled in 3 months, whatever. We haven't even seen them. They have not been on TV since Stand and Deliver. What are you doing with my boys? I love Hank and Tank. They are the big belly boys. They are fucking great. And I swear to God, if they lose tonight, I'm going to throw a conniption fit. I'm going to lose my goddamn mind.
Are you okay?
No. I'm a little better now.
Are you good?
No.
And again, I want to bring this up again. This is...
Natalya says Dominic Mysterio is one of the most respectful individuals backstage. He shakes everybody's hand. He is so respectful to everybody. And this is him before he grew out his little shit stash.
Yeah, but here's what I'm saying. Is this is just current. Well, not a current photo, but a current statement.
Yeah.
But here's what I'm saying. Is...
It's all... They're actors.
Yeah.
There's a reason that Cody Rhodes and Roman Reigns are going to be playing in Street Fighter. Because they're actors. It's... Think of WWE as an action play of sorts, basically, for lack of a better term.
A TV show, a soap opera.
Yeah, an action soap opera / play. just where the props are like, steel chairs and baseball bats instead of, I don't know, whatever the fuck they use on plays. Per Wrestle Votes, there is a strong push to get Corey Graves on main roster television weekly, regardless. Yeah, like I said. The same thing from before. Penta says his youngest daughter wants to become a wrestler. My little daughter is like me. Actually, I think there's more to this. I want to pull it all up real quick. Doo-doo. Doo-doo.
Gotta love how fast Spectrum is. Oh, there's nothing wrong with your internet. It's
Well, to
running
be fair,
fine.
we have figured out that
Yeah,
well, I don't know. We'll figure it out. Anyway, my little daughter is like me. My little daughter wants to wrestle too. Now my daughter practices in my gym, practices English, practices promos, practices everything about wrestling. She's all day playing lucha in my home with me. That's cool. I assume his little daughter is this one.
I'm assuming. If those are his 3 daughters, like all of his daughters, I'm not sure which one is.
I have no idea.
If they all are, or if they're.
Does he have 3 daughters?
I don't know.
You know what? I'm curious now. How many daughters, if I can spell, does Penta have? 3. So yeah.
So yeah, it's probably the one all the way on the end.
Mm.
Because she looks the youngest, that doesn't mean
This is true. This is very true.
she looks the youngest.
Unless terms were already reached for an extension, Karrion Kross and Scarlett's WWE contracts are up next month. Those spoken to in WWE expect that the duo will be staying as Kross has been featured regularly on TV, was on a recent PLE, and has gotten new merchandise.
Yeah, they just haven't renewed it yet.
Yeah.
And
did you notice Pat McAfee has been missing from WWE Raw commentary desk for 1 month now? He was the heartbeat of the Raw commentary desk, and the show does not even feel that enjoyable without him at the commentary table. Michael Cole might be missing him as well, and today we have found the shocking reason why he has suddenly disappeared.
I didn't post it, but it was basically just saying that he's
Exhausted, yeah.
But here's what I'm getting at. I do not feel like it's lacking.
No, absolutely not.
And I want to make sure that we brought that up.
I think he does bring a level of
excitement
and
energy,
joy. Like you said, when those two are together, it is very much like two frat boys just enjoying wrestling, and that is wonderful. And I honestly said it. I think that kind of energy is great. It just would be better with Corey there to level it out.
Yes.
But
and again, this is something I wanted to say just to kind of, you have to understand that these are genuine people.
Yeah, I mean, she helped a woman who fell out of her wheelchair before she started signing for fans. I mean, that's just a decent human thing to do. Like, if you go past someone who's fallen out of the wheelchair and you don't help them up, you're just a sack of shit. So.
But again, like I said, she is this heel. I don't care about
absolutely,
you.
absolutely.
You're disrespectful.
Yeah,
blah, blah, blah.
It's a character. Like I keep saying this.
Yes,
they're actors. They're acting. It is a play.
I just thought it was really something cool. As much as you might be like, "Oh, Becky Lynch is horrible," blah blah blah. Yeah. And she's a character.
Absolutely. Mm-hmm. I'm not going to play this whole video, but
the crowd is chanting for Kross. He's like, "You got me."
Yeah. The 10,000 plus people are chanting, "We want Kross," and he says, "Well, now you got me." And he basically tells Sammy, "I'm going to beat your ass every single week until you say Karrion Kross told the truth. Because I'm the devil they don't know, and you're the devil they don't. Whatever the fuck that's supposed to mean."
I'm the devil they know, you're the devil they don't.
But whatever that's supposed to mean.
Deal with go to the devil you know rather than the devil you know.
I know what the saying means. I'm asking what the fuck he means by that.
It's cross.
Yeah, that's that. Yeah. This is official. Becky Lynch versus Lyra versus Bayley for the Women's Intercontinental title.
I just love the picture. Like the shattered glass picture.
Oh, interesting.
Like
yeah.
almost trying to be one face, but it's not.
Oh, I saw like this little bit in the corner, and for a second, I thought it was Becky Lynch with like a giant fucking mohawk.
I don't know where that would have come from.
I don't either. That's why I was so confused. I was like, what the fuck? That'd be, I think it would look dope. Like a giant.
I know you will remember.
Like a giant.
You won't remember it. You won't remember it from wrestling, but you will remember it because you went and watched it.
Mm-hmm.
The Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles when Sheamus was Rocksteady?
Yes.
Or was he Bebop? Rocksteady. Because Rocksteady was the Mohawk one.
The
Warthog.
Yeah. I think Rocksteady's always had a
yeah, he's always had the Mohawk.
But yeah, just imagine Becky Lynch.
But
like
remember
this.
when Sheamus?
Yeah.
I don't know, because he actually had it during wrestling too.
Yeah.
I mean, it was probably at least a good.
Well, yeah. I mean, imagine Becky Lynch with a giant fiery red, like braided mohawk. Can't tell me it wouldn't look cool. I think it would look cool, but that's just me. Here is the official card for Evolution 2 this Sunday.
We do have the one. I do think I actually have it later. Another update on it because this one I found out doesn't actually have
the Battle Royale.
The Battle Royale, but this is the main core matches.
We have Io Sky versus Rhea Ripley for the title. Tiffany versus Trish Stratton for the title. Lyra versus Becky versus Bayley for the Intercontinental Championship. A Women's Tag Team Championship Fatal 4-Way match with Asuka and Kairi Sane. Roxanne and Raquel, the current champions. Miss Bliss and Charlotte Flair and Sol Ruka from NXT. Then we have the NXT Women's Championship with Fatal Influence.
JC James.
Yeah, versus Jordynne Grace. And a no-holds-barred match between Jordynne Grace and Naomi. Whoa. Aren't you so excited for that one?
Yeah.
Anyway. Then, of course, we have the Battle Royale, which we will get to in a bit. Becky Lynch has reportedly been in casts in FX's Movers, an improvised workplace comedy revolving around the erratic and codependent lives of a crew of movers.
I don't know. I thought her being in another thing was kind of cool.
What has she been in so far?
She was in Happy Gilmore 2.
I didn't even know there was a Happy Gilmore 2.
They literally show the commercial. Never mind.
He don't pay attention.
Also, she is in Star Trek Academy, which is an upcoming show, I think either late this year or early next year, coming out.
Interesting.
I think it's Star Trek Academy. And then, excuse me, this.
Interesting.
This hurts my heart.
Yeah, we had Stephanie Vakir versus Ivy Niles on the main event. Ugh. Allergies are kicking my ass. Why did we get the... Because just like, I specifically remember... It might have been Chad Gable telling her to go do it, but Ivy Niles said she's going to deal with the Stephanie Vakir problem. On the main roster. Like, on a television for everyone to see. And then we get their match on the main event, which... Let's be honest, nobody fucking watches. I mean, I'm sure there are some people who watch it, but...
We watched it the one time. We're going to try it. And it is literally basically...
Like 45 minutes of recap from the previous week. Not even promos. It's 45 minutes of recaps of Raw from the previous week and like 2 matches.
Mm-hmm.
So in other words, a complete waste of fucking time.
Yeah.
But yes,
Zaruka. Like I said, we did not get that during the show.
No. At least not here.
At least not here. So I wanted to make sure we brought that. I thought this was tight as fuck.
Yeah.
Hurt looked like it might have hurt his hell.
Oh, it had to have. This must have.
And it took forever.
Oh my god! Because here's the thing: you have to sit there with like your head back for hours. His neck was so stiff after that. You know it.
Oh yeah.
I'm assuming there is some kind of meaning. I mean, it could just look fucking awesome, but I'm
pretty sure it just looks awesome.
I know that with like Mexican not mythology. That's the wrong word. I don't know. I assume there might be some kind of meaning, or it just looks really cool. It could be either or, really. Like Rhea Ripley's scorpion tattoos that just look badass. So,
but okay, this we're gonna bring this up, but also we're gonna bring it up now too. We are on the 7th, or actually we're on the 8th, but we're on the 7th. We got the 8th tonight, which is WWE NXT.
Yes.
We are going to stream Friday morning, and then we will be back Monday. I know we usually don't stream on Mondays, but we will be at Friday, or not Friday. We'll be here Friday, and then we won't be back till Monday.
Yes, to cover
everything for the weekend.
Yeah, the Great American
Saturday Night Main Event,
SmackDown, Great American Bash, Saturday Night Event, and Evolution. Fuck. Yeah, that's a lot.
So,
and this just
also for the record, I'm just gonna say it. Your schedule has changed.
Yes.
So we have Thursdays now, which we kind of push anything extra we need to push. So Thursdays and Sundays, but Sundays you do D&D. So
yeah, but Gunther has spent almost 5 out of his 6.5 years as a champion, 76% of his time in WWE, 1,822 plus out of 2,367 plus days.
Just hold that breath for a second.
That is, but here's the interesting thing, and I know it's because he lost and was like a few weeks, but this has technically gone down because it was before.
I think that's current.
Yeah, but I'm saying like before it was like 82%, so it's not a large margin, but.
I just still think.
I'm not taking anything away, but I'm saying.
I still think it is so interesting that WWE has so much invested in okay, I know Seth Rollins says he's the face of the company. John Cena, they all say it, but here's what I'm saying. I think WWE has put their stamp on Gunther from day one, and said that this is where. He's going to. We want to keep him relevant.
See, but the sad thing is, he's been reduced to whatever this is.
The retirement match of Gunther?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't. Or not.
He's
Gunther.
been reduced to lifting everybody else up.
You want to know?
He lifted.
And I know it is a rumor. I know it sounds great, and I didn't put it on here. But there is a little big rumor that Gunther's going to drop the title and not to Goldberg, not to Seth. That somebody's going to attack Goldberg backstage and take the match. And when I tell you, you're going to be like, yes, that's exactly what I want. Ready? Over.
But that isn't that okay. That'd be awesome.
If he would have 2 titles.
But that makes no sense.
It's a rumor.
But
I think that's wishful thinking.
absolutely.
But
It sounds awesome, but also makes zero fucking sense.
I would love it, but
Considering, well,
I was
no, because he would have to do. I mean, to be fair, Stephanie's done like 3 in 24 hours, but that would be his second match of the evening.
He does have one at Stand and Deliver. Or not Stand and Deliver, Great American Bash.
Yes. So, I would love to see it, but it's not going to happen. Unfortunately.
We can hope.
I will hope. I will desperately, desperately hope.
I don't want the match that we're playing. Put it that way.
I don't. But, and this is just him making out with...
Okay, if you watch this video, I'm going to bring this
There's not a video. It's like 2 seconds long.
Okay.
And then they cut to black.
Here's the thing. It was so cool.
Was it? How do you know? How do you know? You saw exactly half a second of it.
Here's the point I'm trying to make with it. It wasn't the 3-hour.
You don't know that.
Yes, I do.
No, you don't. You got half a second of it, and then it cut to black.
Exactly.
For all you know, they can have been up there.
The point I'm getting at is TNA, and I bring this up all the time. TNA. I can't even bother thinking of their names right now.
Stephanie DeLander
and Mace Warner.
Yeah. He hates them so much, and I don't know why.
Like I said, Cross at least gives it like this passionate kick in the little video, the 30 seconds, or not 30 seconds, 2 seconds, whatever, half a minute, whatever you want to call it. Okay? You get a good kiss. Like, that is a passionate, beautiful kiss. It's not this... they do. It is horrifying. Every time I feel part of my soul dies. Every time, like I love kissing. I love holding, but I think it's great when people show affection. But there is a line.
Mm-hmm.
And there is a line, and it's not even a very thin line. It's a pretty thick line. But they don't step over it. No, they like throw themselves over the line. And I mean, this was 100% respectful. And
you know that? How do you know?
Now you know what? I just feel like you're being butthole.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
In order to try to keep it going.
It's because it's fucking hilarious.
Okay, so you're telling me that you enjoy watching...
I didn't say I enjoyed it. I said it's
that
fucking...
That is not absolutely... Like, okay, by no stretch am I saying I'm turned off, like, romantically kissing or whatever. But watching that... You kind of go...
Mm-hmm. I think you're the only one.
Oh, no. Trust me.
I think you're the only one.
Now, there's actually been talk about...
I am not the only one.
I don't think this is... Is this anything official, or is it...
I do not know.
I think this is just thrown together.
I think it is, too, because you got... Well, I mean...
No, because Becky's literally front and center. Actually, no, that's just the Evolution card. Is
that the Evolution card?
Not the card, but, like, that's just Evolution and then a bunch of women, so... I don't think this is meant to be the Battle Royale, actually.
But
it just says Battle Royale.
It is the Battle Royale. It is happening at 2 our time, Central Time.
But Stephanie beats Ivy on the main Raw, or the main event. And this is Nikki Bella backstage with Natalia and Maxine. This could be the new Team Bella in the making. Is it though? Is it?
Maybe.
Okay, here do I agree? Maybe. Do I think so? No.
Yeah,
And
because
here's what I'm
oh,
gonna
I guess
say.
that's actually. I guess technically that's like taped in advance, but still.
Well, here's what I'm going to say. You have to understand that they are friends.
Yeah.
And I'm not even saying that they're friends because they were friends on Total Divas. They
Yeah.
were on a show based on WWE, but living the life, the reality show Total Divas.
Yeah.
They were friends on that. So this could just simply be
Them hanging
friends
out.
shooting shit.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm glad you're back in WWE. I'm glad you're doing full
And
time.
last but not least, Charles Robinson says he wants to hit 30 years with WWE before even thinking about retirement. That's fair. And you know, like I said, even if obviously I want to get into wrestling, I want to be an athlete, I want to be a superstar, championships, WrestleMania, all that. But if for whatever reason that never works out, I'd be a referee. They get paid great fucking money. Like, you know, I'm curious. I think we've looked this up.
Looked it up before.
But I forget, because you know how my memory is.
You have the memory of I don't know.
No, they have the greatest memories. Around 50,000 to 80,000 annually, and experienced referees potentially reaching 250,000 per year. Yeah. That's about right. Also have to cover a lot of expenses like travel and accommodations. Yeah, that makes sense, similar to the wrestlers. But even still, $50,000 is I completely disagree with this. 50,000 being below the national average, that seems incorrect. I highly doubt the average American is making $75,000 a year.
Considering that we're barely making probably 20 between us.
Yeah, no shit. But anyway, that is about it for us. You guys got anything else?
Yeah.
Anyway, if you made it this far on the stream, go ahead and give us a follow so you can get notified whenever we go live, talk about more wrestling stuff.
What if I legit have something to say?
You didn't say it, so deal with it. If you're watching this on YouTube, like, comment, share, subscribe. Let us know what you think down in the comment section. If you want to help support us, press... That's the wrong thing. We're professionals, guys.
Who?
If you want to chat with us, join the Discord server.
The professionals? Hold on, I'm looking for professionals.
If you want to help support us, press that red donate button in the About Me section. But aside from that, we ain't got much else. I'm Tofari.
I'm CK.
I'm Night Rider. Good night.
See ya.